Welcome back. This is Nerd Dad, and this is episode 3. In our last episode, we got our ore up, and we have power from the first episode. And we are now going to go into sort of a speed building phase here. What I'm going to do is not talk, and I'm just going to build as quickly as I can. And I'm going to speed up the vid just a bit for you, so you're not sitting here watching me just lay things down for ad infinitum here. It's basically the exact same layout as we had in the other areas, so there isn't really too much to talk about. So here we go. Just kind of quickly got those laid out as fast as we could do it, and I think what I'm going to do now is I'm feeling confident in my ability to kind of yank these offline now. I don't want to keep filling them up. We've got lots of ore coming out here now. What we're going to want is 6 more ore processing on this side, so we're going to need 6 more drills. We'll get that set up here post haste. I see we've got a little bit of extra ore in our backpack here, so we'll spread that out a little bit. Get that being processed. That's okay. And what do we got here? How are we doing for miners? And we'll grab like 10 more of those, and that should get us good here. And do we have 6 on here? Yes, we do. We just need the coal. So the only thing is, because I don't have my tech yet, I had to split my coal line up here a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to run 2, and then we'll run 1 off the independent by itself here for a sec. And why don't we just take one of these boxes here, and we'll start throwing in our things that we don't want so they don't mess into our bag. Almost threw away my pistol because I want to get rid of it as soon as I can, but we're not quite ready for it yet. Alright, so we'll do the same thing, same sort of grid here, just kind of lay that out. And that'll get us 2 coal feeding the one side, and this one will feed our copper. And eventually we'll run this together, and we'll just run a splitter down here, but we're not quite ready for that quite yet. Okay, we're getting there. And then we just got to get the balance of these mining drills down here. There's 2, there's 3, and we're going to need 3 more of them, and we're building more than that, so that's okay. And we'll just keep running this line straight down here like this. Should be easily this line should easily be able to handle this amount of ore, so we should be able to run it right across and run it straight out. So just once we get these 5 being built here, we will be in a really good shape. We'll have this up and running. So let's just get that done. Come on. You can do it. Yes, you can. Yes, I just quoted Bob the Builder. I am so sorry. Okay, that'll be my first dislike right there. He quoted Bob the Builder. Sorry, I will apologize. That's all I can do at this point. Oh, and I think I forgot to build an offline here for this one too. So let's just do that. And let's grab some more chests here. And there we go. We're actually just making some speed here now. 2, 3, 4. I said 4, he said. Not 3, 4, he said. Okay, and just throw us a power box right about there. And we just need the boxes, man. Come on, get those drills out of the way and we will be in good shape here. And that is fantastic. There we go. So, what have we actually managed to accomplish? Well, I'm just kind of a little bit concerned that we're not getting the coal down there fast enough. You can see up on our iron ore we've got 20 burners running full out. So they're not blinking on or off or anything. It means they're going full steam. In fact, we got a bit of a backlog here because we haven't built the inserters to pull it off. So let's get that resolved. There's always some reason why something's not going right. So I'll just quickly drop a couple inserters here. There we go. And we've got one line of copper here, and it's going to eventually get into 100%. We're just kind of waiting for the coal to catch up. So once that coal catches up, we should be fine there. If two can get 2 lines going, 1 line should be able to run off the one. It shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so we're actually making really good progress here. Now we really got to start thinking about getting that lab up and getting ourselves some red science packs just temporarily here. So let's just quickly do that. And we're not going to worry about automating this too much. What we're going to do is we're just going to kind of throw some buckets down. What we need to do is manually build some in our backpack. If there's 7, we're going to need just 3 more, and we will be great shape. I need copper. Okay. So let's just grab some copper here, and we will be in great shape. We just need 1, 2, 3 more, and then we'll just build a quick little, let's build a little temporary unit, and we'll just shove it down here by our coal for now. And we're going to want to be researching the automation off the go here. So we'll get that done, and once we get automation, then of course we're going to be able to get our assembly machines and our long-handed inserters. The assembly machines are what we're really looking for, which is going to allow us to automate the laboratory process. And we're going to try to get to that right away so that we can get our we're going to want to get into getting our gun turrets, and we're going to want to get into getting a good machine gun in our hands. That'll help us out a little bit here, and hopefully we don't get an onslaught prior to that. So we're kind of going really quickly here, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build a little bit of ammo in my bag. Oh, no, that's not ammo, you fool. Build a little bit of ammo, and why don't we build ourselves a couple pieces of light armor, just because we're sitting here sort of waiting for things to happen. And speaking of waiting for things to happen, this laboratory is waiting for me to build the rest of these science packs. So we'll just throw them in here. We'll just stand here and get these last 2 in, and there's 2. And there we go. And once we get that, then we can start doing our assembly machines. And what we're going to start doing is we're going to start thinking a little bit about what this is going to look like. We'll hand feed it to start, just because we can't jump this until we actually get our logistics. We're going to want to get this logistics set up. And I'd like to automate that a little bit. So why don't we actually think about just getting ourselves set right into that position. And what we can do to do that is we can basically try to race this automation a little bit here. And we can put a inserter there, and probably one right about there, and 1, 2, 3 for the assembly machine, 1 there, 1, 2, 3, and 1 to there, I think. 1, 2, oops, can't count. 1, 2, 3. Is that going to be right? I think that's right. I think I've made a guffaw here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so once we get assembly machines, what we should be able to do is quickly set this up right here to basically just sort of force feed in red pots. And what we'll do to do that is we'll just throw a bunch of copper in there, and we'll just throw in a bunch of plate there. And come on, automation, speed it up. What we probably really want is a couple of these labs set up, but right now I just kind of want to automate this a little bit, and it'll give us the ability to start pushing out and getting some things done. So we're just kind of waiting on this little bar here. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. There we go. Brilliant. We'll ask for logistics because that's what we're going to want next, because we want these splitters and underground belts. That are going to help us a lot. We will quickly build 2 assembly machines with all the materials I just gave away. So I'll steal some of that back like a dope. And 1, 2, perfect. And what do we got left? We got a lot of copper left. That's great. Okay, so we'll just throw that back in the pot and get these 2 assembly machines. We'll drop one right there. And apparently I didn't quite line that up properly. Not even close. He's miles off. Yes, that was, well, thanks for setting that up early, because that wasn't even within the ballpark. Yes, remind me not to eyeball things in the future. What was he doing? I have no idea. Like, anybody have a clue? He doesn't, so why should we? Okay. Anyways, now that we've fixed that, so much for being tricky. And we'll just throw a power line right in the middle there, and we're going to say make sprockets here, please. And we're going to say make science packs or red potions here, please. Science packs, please. And that should automatically start making them. It's that easy for us to get those up and running, and once the first one's made, it'll start feeding in there. And I mean, we could manually feed some more in there, but I'm really not worried about it at this point. We got more than enough to keep us busy. There we go. It's working like a charm. And we've actually got lots to keep us going. And you know what? I'm going to actually pull this one now that we've got this automated. We don't need this going anymore. Grab that off the ground. Oh, we got lots of extras in here, so we'll just throw them in here. This always seems to happen. You seem to pick up extras on the flow. Okay, there's 915 copper if anybody was concerned that we were not going to have enough materials to build with. And if I was to pick up all this, I'm kind of guessing we probably just about end up with a fullish bag. Yeah, we're getting there. So we've got lots of goods. So what we can do now is we can just put ourselves on a little bit of an automation bender here. We can say, okay, let's build, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 of those. Why don't you build me, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 of those, I don't know. And build me a bunch of those. And build me some of those. And we'll get a couple boxes. And we're going to just get that queue going. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call that a wrap for episode 3. What we'll do is I'll just let that queue finish out for us so that when we get back we can just start building. And we're not just all standing here staring at the lovely little ore processing units that we have going. So I'm Nerd Dad. I thank you for joining me. I appreciate any likes. I appreciate all comments. Please subscribe. And I'm Nerd Dad, and I'm out.